What's up, guys? James here from the BPX team, joined with Cooper.
Hello.
So for those who might not have joined in before, we are here to select our cards for our next weekly auction. So today we're going to pick the cards that are going in weekly 7, 8, and 9. So we're going to select 30 cards, 10 cards per auction. That way everybody kind of has an idea of what's coming soon and what's a little further out there. Before we get started, just want to remind everybody too, we have our Wax Wednesday live auction tonight in Discord. You'll be able to come to our server, stream into the live, bid in the live chat, and get some of your favorite sealed boxes. So we'll have a nice little variety, some baseball, basketball, TCG stuff in the mix. So it should be a pretty fun time. Also, we have our Raz going on. If you're not in that right now, we have one more round left. Tomorrow's the championship round. So pretty fun stuff happening across the board. But we're gonna get into it. Select these cards and yeah. Did I leave anything off? Forget anything?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. We're going to pick 3 from each tier except for the fourth tier where we will select 1. And if the card is not selected today, it's going to be rolled over to weekly 10.
Right. So we'll have, I think we have just 5 or 6 cards that will end up getting rolled over to weekly 10. But we will specify all that. We'll have some different color coordination going on. Just for anybody that's already looking, the stuff that is in green, I haven't done this previously, and I didn't even retitle this yet, but the stuff in green is what is in our weekly 6. So everything left here is what people said they preferred when we reached out to our community. We kind of split things up for the people that wanted a pushback versus the people that wanted their stuff to run ASAP. So we're getting this stuff for the people that were wanting their stuff to run ASAP out the door, and that's why some of the cards here that are on consignment are not listed, but I think that covers everything there for what they're seeing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We got 2 to 10 here.
Randomize that data.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so we're going to select 3 from this one this time, and we'll come back to select 3 more, and then the 3 left over will be in weekly 9.
Right. All right, let's get rolling. Number 9.
Mickey Mantle. Last name yellow. Nice vintage Mickey Mantle. What's your mouse tie? Oh, there you go.
Just was, I don't know what was happening.
Yeah. But Mickey Mantle, I mean, we've discussed him a lot of times on the lives, I feel like, because we got a lot of Mickey Mantle cards, but he's that guy in vintage. So you can't go wrong with Mickey Mantle vintage. Everyone loves them. They're in high demand. Awesome card.
Next card, number 6. Upper Deck, LeBron.
LeBron James. He's going on quite a run right here in the playoffs, isn't he? I mean, if he wins the finals, it's going to be very, very interesting to see where people, where their opinions lie, and a lot of conversations surrounding LeBron. So
yeah, game 1 was last night. It was pretty fun. The Lakers did lose, but they put up a nice effort in the comeback. I think they figured some things out late in the game that seemed like
they look like they have a chance. They feel like they're just not overmatched. They look like they have a chance. So should get exciting.
Next we have number 4, 2003 Kobe. Super swatches.
A guy that's bigger than basketball. I mean, he's just such an icon. Again, another guy we talk about a lot, like him, Jordan, and Mantle. We get a lot of their cards. We talk about him a lot, but there's a lot of good things to say about Kobe. A lot of people love him. They love how hard of a worker was, his mentality, his competitiveness, and he'll be remembered for years.
Yep, it's a pretty cool card there coming. So that wraps it up there for this tier. Remember, we only have 3 cards coming from this tier for weekly 7. The items here in yellow are what you'll see there. So we got the Kobe Super Swatches, PSA 10, number to 250, Rookie LeBron, Upper Deck Variation, BGS 95, and 1969 Topps Mickey Mantle, last name in yellow, PSA 6. All right.
So we're going to select 3 from here, come back, do 3 more, and then we're going to come back and do 3 more for weekly 9. And they're going to be, I believe, 2 left over for weekly 10 out of this tier. So.
Correct.
All right.
So we got 2 to 12 here. And let's go.
7. Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle.
I mean, we already just talked about him. Biggest name in vintage baseball. Can't go wrong with it. You can't complain about a Mickey Mantle card.
Next we have number 8.
Kawhi Leonard. Wow. I just got a question. Where would you put Kawhi all time in your ranking? Is he a top 20 guy, you think? You think he's that good? I mean, he's had an amazing career. Won 2 finals MVPs, 2 finals.
Top 20 could be a possibility for him. I'd have to really do some thinking there to get some names. But, I mean, the only knock that you can really have against Kawhi is maybe the load management. But he's one of the best defenders ever, if you ask me. You don't see I think he might be the only guy to get that Finals MVP on 2 different teams and get the Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, I just remember that Raptors run, man. That was something special when he won it with the
Yeah.
Raptors because they were not a team anyone was expecting to go as far as they did. And they ended up winning the whole thing. I mean, it
Super
was
special
awesome.
run there. They took that gamble on trading for him in the offseason, and man, it was
Great play.
insane. So, pretty cool autograph card there of Kawhi.
It'd be pretty cool to see what would have happened to Kawhi if he didn't get that major injury when he was still with the Spurs.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, for sure.
A lot of what ifs with career. Kawhi. All right, just went in order.
Last,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto. This is a guy. He's actually having a, he had a breakout year in 2021. 2022 was a little bit slower, and then 2023 he seems like he's back in stride, and he's one of the best hitters in baseball again. He seems like he's figured it out now again. He's back on track to being the superstar we thought he was. So it should be a super exciting year for him. He's got to compete against James's Rays a lot this year, so he's going to be seeing a lot of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So
All right,
hope you get used to him.
That pretty much wraps up this tier for Weekly 7. Again, we got the 1957 Topps Mickey Mantle PSA 6, 2012 Kawhi Leonard Brilliant Beginnings autograph, and 2006 Bowman Chrome, 2016 Bowman Chrome Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Awesome.
All right, so moving on, we're going
So
to
this is going to be the same like tier 2. We're going to pick 3, 3, and 3, and then there's going to be one left over that'll roll into Weekly 10.
all right.
I think that's the last one like this.
11. That's 11. All right, let's go.
11. Patrick Mahomes. I mean, we've talked about Patrick Mahomes a lot, I feel like, too, but he's really established himself as the best player in football currently at this time, and he's the only guy that can really maybe compete with Brady all time. With the counting stats, with the Super Bowls, he's the only one that even has a chance, which says a lot to how good he's been so young in his career. So I'm really excited to see how his career ends up playing out, and I love his cards, so I think he's an awesome guy to collect. He's a super good guy off the field, too, so.
Yeah, Mahomes
Stand-up
is
guy.
he's real interesting, especially, and I can't wait to see if they can turn this into a dynasty. I mean, he's been to the Super Bowl 3 times now early in his career.
Yeah, 3 times already. Won 2 of them. Won 2 MVPs.
So he's definitely one of those guys that he's showing that potential early on.
Yep.
Ooh, staying in order again. Next we got Luka Doncic.
Luka. I mean, I don't really agree with them tanking at the end of the year, man. I feel like it was kind of bad for the sport a little bit to see them do that. But where do you think Luka's gonna have a shot to win some finals? Because right now it looks like they just don't seem like they got it right now.
I think they'll make a good bit of moves this offseason. I'm not sure what they end up doing with Kyrie per se, but I think Luka definitely gets to the finals. He's top 5 right now in the NBA. If you ask me, maybe even top 3.
Yeah, he's good.
So it's just hard to, in the way he controls the game, the way he can affect the game, it's hard to imagine a world where he doesn't end up leading a team at one point there. But I think he has that
And
MVP
he needs
potential.
some pieces around him, man. I feel like
Yeah.
he needs some pieces.
I think they have the pieces right now to maybe trade and get those pieces. Me personally, I would probably look, see what you could do with a sign and trade with Kyrie maybe. I believe Kyrie's a free agent, and they'll have to re-sign him. But that's where I would start. Add some role players in there. You probably want sharpshooters. You probably want some big guys. But I think he's a guy that'll be around for a while and probably have a Hall of Fame career. So pretty cool card there. Donruss Optic Hollow PSA 10 there.
2. Yellow. How this is gonna be an interesting year for him. A finals here makes his career's it's already solidified, but I feel that takes it to the next level, where it's gonna be tough to argue is Jordan better than him or not. The argument's gonna get really, really tough. If he wins another ring because it's already tough right now, and then you add on another ring. I mean, changes the debate completely. So this is a very big year for LeBron, and I hope he realizes it.
Yeah, this one it'll be pretty interesting, like we said, but pretty cool card there, LeBron rookie. So
that'll conclude that tier. So
let me go back to the tier. But yeah, we got the Topps Chrome LeBron rookie BGS 95, Luka rookie Donruss Optic Hollow PSA 10, and a rookie from Patrick Mahomes as well, National Treasures, Tremendous Treasures rookie. So pretty cool.
Awesome little set of cards there.
Now for one headliner for the week. Let's randomize this range up.
Randomizers down there.
Yeah, why do I always at least once I'm gonna blank on it. Let me just actually slide this one to the bottom. And we'll go to to is that 4?
Yep. All right, here we go. 3.
3.
Patrick Mahomes.
Ooh, another Origins.
This is the Origin cards are awesome though. You know, they're on-card autographs, rookie cards. I mean, the picture of him on this card, I don't even think he has on a number. He's like 00 because it was that early in his career when they made the cards. So, awesome card. Can't complain with it. People love Patrick Mahomes. I love Patrick Mahomes. So, awesome card to get as a headliner.
All right, so for Weekly 7, we'll have the Patrick Mahomes Origins Rookie Signatures BGS 9.5, LeBron Topps Chrome Rookie, Luka Donruss Optic Hollow, the National Treasures Patrick Mahomes, Topps Mickey Mantle 1957, that's PSA 6, Kawhi Brilliance Autograph, Vlad, I believe that's first Bowman from 2016, right?
Yep.
First Bowman Prospect Autographs, Upper Deck Kobe Super Swatches from 2003, another LeBron rookie, BGS 9.5, and Topps Mickey Mantle, last name in yellow, PSA 6. I'm going to bring all these down and kind of get them out the way.
Yep, so we got to pick 3 more from this tier, and then the 3 left over will be in Weekly 9.
All right, so let's go data, randomize. We're going 2 to 7 here now.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Wayne Gretzky, the great one. One thing I've always found interesting is when you look at hockey, I feel like in most sports there's a pretty good debate about who's the greatest player of all time, you know. But I feel like hockey's the one sport where the GOAT of hockey is just so much further ahead of everyone else than Wayne Gretzky. I mean, I saw a stat where if you took away every single goal that he scored, he would still have like the most points ever in hockey because he had so many assists in his career. And it just kind of goes to show how dominant he was for a time in hockey. And I don't know if we'll ever see it like that again. He's the GOAT of his sport, and it's really close. Not even close. I mean, there's no one that competes with him. So, awesome card there. I believe that's a rookie. I'm not positive. I believe that's a rookie card, too.
Yeah, Coop's obviously much more familiar with hockey than me. I know the name Wayne Gretzky and, of course, him being the best hockey player. But pretty cool card, like you said.
His daughter's dating Dustin Johnson, fun fact.
Dustin Johnson. Golfer?
Yeah, golfer. Who we got now? Juan Soto, Topps with a pink refractor. Juan Soto, he's bouncing, dude. Dude's hot as firecracker right now.
Really?
He's been the best hitter in baseball for like the past week or two. Ever since he went to Mexico City, he's been a different beast since he came back. I mean, he's already gotten his OPS above 900 this year. He's up to 7 bombs. His batting average is around 250, and it's continuing to climb. So the way he's been hitting the ball right now, if he keeps this pace up, he'll run away with the MVP award. Won't even be close. He'll run away with it.
That's good to hear. I know Soto's Coop's guy, so I'll ask him about him sometimes. But that's good to hear that Soto's on a nice track for sure. But obviously, pink refractor, Topps Chrome update, PSA 10. Pretty cool card of Soto there.
5. Jason Tatum.
Oh man,
I'll be honest with you. These guys are Celtics are fun to watch, man. I love watching
Celtics. If you ask me, I think they're dangerous right now. That last series, yes, it went 7 games. Yes, they were down 3-2 at one point, but I do think, just my personal opinion, I think the Sixers were going to be their biggest threat. Miami's a real strong team, but
I don't think Miami has the firepower to beat Boston.
Yeah, I think Boston gets by Miami easier than they did the Sixers. And I think Jason Tatum has really proved himself to be one of the top players in the East and one of the top players in the NBA right now. He said himself he thinks he's one of the best in the world. And
I mean, their big three of Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Marcus Smart. I mean, that's a good big three right there, man, running your team around. I think they're exciting to watch. I really love Jason Tatum personally. I love watching Jason Tatum. And other than the Heat, because I love a good underdog story, they're probably my team I'd want to see them win the finals the most. The Heat would be awesome though as an 8 seed. I don't think I could say that. That'd be awesome to watch.
That would be awesome. And I'll be honest. I mean, I'm a LeBron fan. I obviously want to see the Lakers win, but thinking about it now, like whoever wins the championship this year, I'll probably be able to smile.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty good Final Four.
If not LeBron, it's going to be a first time, or not a first time, but it's going to be a player, a star player.
Jokic will win one, Tatum will win one, or Jimmy Butler wins one. So I mean, like those are 3 awesome.
Yeah, I mean a lot to smile about there, but yeah, Tatum, premier player right there, flawless patch. I mean, it's just hard to beat stuff like that.
And then the other 3 are going to be in Weekly 9, so we can go over those 2 if we want to.
Oh yeah, so
These will be.
Let me come back to those
I will
actually
come
when
back
we,
to it.
when we get a wrap there. But this tier we got Soto, Pink Refractor Topps Update PSA 10, the Tatum Flawless Patch, and Wayne Gretzky SGC 4.5. Next, let me get these down. Randomize this up. And we're going to 9 here. All right. Number 9, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, the new New York Jet. How you feel about this move?
I mean, I think it definitely increases the Jets as a team. I mean, they definitely took a step up. No disrespect to my boy Flacco and Wilson. You know, I think they're pretty solid. But, hey, Flacco did good last year, man.
Flacco was elite.
Yeah, Flacco did good last year. Old, but he got the job done. But I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a step up from both of those guys. And, I mean, I don't want to say Super Bowl, but I think they could potentially be contenders this year. It's hard to call them contenders right now, but they've got young talent, and now they have that veteran quarterback to potentially lead that young talent. So
It's exciting. People in New York are excited, so we'll see what happens.
next, we have number 7.
Andrew Benintendi. Wow. Andrew Benintendi was a guy that I thought was pretty underrated for a couple of years because he was always a guy that really got on base really well. Never really flashed the power numbers, but he always got on base well. And he ended up getting dealt last year at the deadline to the Royals, actually. Shout out, Tony, Royals fan.
Huge, lifelong, in fact.
Lifelong Royals fan. But he's a very interesting player. He's fun to watch. This is a super fractor rookie, 1 of 1. It's one of his best cards in existence. So
Yeah,
it's an awesome
that's
card.
going to be pretty cool to see. We've had one super fractor, I believe, thus far, but another one hitting the auction pretty soon. And number 5, Anthony Edwards.
Anthony
Red
Edwards.
Prism.
I feel like this year, especially their short stint in the playoffs, I think he's established himself as the best player out of that draft class now. I feel like you can't really debate it anymore. I feel like he's really established himself that he is better than LaMelo Ball. I don't know how you feel.
Yeah.
I feel like he really. I mean, he's had some great. When he needs to show up, Anthony Edwards has shown up every single time. So, I mean,
It's fair for sure.
Yeah.
I was definitely big on LaMelo when they first came out, but Anthony has proved himself to be a top scorer. I mean,
dynamic
he's
scorer.
good for 25 plus a night. Yeah, and given the fact that LaMelo has suffered from injury a bit more thus far, I think, yeah, it's safe to call him the top player from that class. But, I mean, Red Prism, it's one of the number parallels there. It's PSA 10 here, so pretty cool card.
Awesome card.
A rising star there. I think we could see him in some All-Star games and, I mean, maybe even as soon as next year. So, but yeah. So for this tier, we got that Ant Edwards Red Prism number to 299. The Benintendi Superfractor, that's a 1 of 1, and Aaron Rodgers. It's I believe 2005 is rookie for him.
That is a rookie. Yes, that is
Yeah.
a rookie card. Fresh out of Cal, frat boy.
All right, moving on.
We got 3 more.
Yep, 3 more out of this tier. We got 2 to 8.
4. Joe Burrow.
Ooh.
Rookie materials signature. I'm pretty sure this is a patch auto, if I'm not mistaken. Not positive. Don't quote me on that. I believe this is an RPA, though, of who I would consider to be the second best quarterback in football, personally.
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
He's Joe Cool.
Yeah, it's hard to.
He's just a likable guy. I feel like he's super good in interviews. He's super humble, and he's out there. He's confident in himself, and he's having fun. And it's contagious. People love watching him. I love watching him and supporting him. And I mean, he's just one of my favorite players in football right now, personally.
Yeah, he's one of the funnest guys to watch for sure. I think the only real case you have for a guy above him is Mahomes.
Mahomes is definitely better than him. He's definitely below Mahomes, but I feel like he's really good at it. He really exemplifies the idea of being confident but not cocky. Because you see him on the field, he acts confident. He's so confident in himself. And in interviews, he's always a super humble guy, down to earth. So it just seems like, he plays the game the right way, and I'm a really big fan of his.
Yeah, love Joe Burrow. He's, like you said, super cool guy, likable.
John Morant.
Ooh, next day.
Next day auto.
Next day that's one of the first sets.
That's like their
signed,
first
right?
one. It's like their first one.
Yeah.
But
So
he's in a little bit of some heat right now.
yeah.
He's some hot water right now. but the talent's there, and we know the talent's there. The biggest question mark for me, other than his off the field issues, is that dude attacks the basket so hard. One day he's gonna take a bad fall, and it's gonna be over.
Uh,
It's scary, man.
Potentially.
He's one fall away from ending his career.
But I still think, like you said, the potential and talent is it's off the charts with Ja.
And
so,
everyone sees it too. It's obvious that his talent's off the chart.
assuming that things go well for him for the rest of the offseason and such, and he can get back to playing at that high level. I mean, he's a guy that we could see several All-Star appearances. We could see him hit that All-NBA team potentially. And depending on what the Grizzlies do, I mean, we can't forget the Grizzlies were the second team in the West this year. They had an unfortunate playoff experience this year, but I do think they'll take that, learn from it. And again, I think he's a guy who could potentially be the best player on a championship team one day. It's just got to put it all together.
So we got one more.
But yeah, next card coming there.
3.
Pokemon.
Lugia Pikachu. I believe this is
Luigi Pikachu.
Oh, is that Luigi? Oh,
Yeah, that's it. So
Luigi.
it's-
Okay, I've seen this
yeah,
card. Yeah, it's
yeah.
Pikachu dressed up as Luigi. It's a special promotion. Awesome card. People love those Nintendo crossovers with Mario and Luigi and Pikachu, and I think they look awesome too. So I'm super excited to have that card in the auction. I actually didn't know we had one of those, but that's an awesome card to get right there. They're really sick looking.
For sure. All right, so for this tier, we got, again, John Morant Next Day Auto from Donruss. Excuse me. It's a BGS 9 of Luigi Pikachu, PSA 10, and Joe Burrow, National Treasures.
Now we got to pick our headliner for this tier,
All right.
or for this one. Remember, whichever headliner does not get selected here will be in Weekly 9.
So really, we're just going with 2 or 3 here.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
jeez.
I thought that was going to clear.
Jeez, James, not 3 to 3.
I thought that was going to clear the 3 out of
Ready?
that top. But all right, let's go. 2.
Carson's Hoodie Silver Dollar.
All right.
We've already had one of these, haven't we? But isn't this
Yeah,
our
we
higher
had-
graded one? Is this our
we
higher
had
graded one?
This is 6-7. I want to say the last one we had was actually around a 6-7.
It might be the same grade. I'm not a big guy into coins, but I know that they're super collectible, and this is a super awesome one to have. I remember we were trying to learn up about it because we were a little curious in the story about it. It was like, weren't these the ones that were like, there's very few of them printed or something like that?
I can't remember the exact story on this one.
I can't remember the exact story, but I remember thinking, I was like, wow, that's pretty unique. And because I didn't really get a big deal about it, but after I read that story, I was like, wow, this is really cool. That's something that I'd want to own. That feels like a piece of history.
Yeah, and I will say, for those who might not have seen the coins and such we've had on auction, I think our community has actually shown a strong interest in the coins. The coins have performed well on the auction, so this should be another one that is pretty exciting to see. I know we have some numismatic guys out there that'll be pretty excited to see this one hit. So yeah, expect to see this one in Weekly 8.
Yep.
And
Frank
Thomas.
Thomas. He'll be in Weekly 9. One of the scariest hitters of all time, actually, in baseball. He was a guy that went up there. He was a complete hitter, contact, power, didn't strike out, walked a lot, hit home runs. He's Frank the Tank, man. He's one of the best hitters to ever do it. So it's an awesome 1 of 1 right there.
for sure,
Sick
and
card. I love that card personally. I've seen that card, and it's one of our better cards I think we've had.
Yep. So, well, we still have cards to select. I'm saying this as if we're done, but we'll come back through the headliner for Weekly 9 there. But to
Here,
give
these
you guys
already
a rundown.
selected. These already, yeah.
So from Tier 1 for Weekly 9, we will have the 1955 Topps Ted Williams PSA 5, 2018 Topps Ronald Acuna Jr. It's a red and blue shirt PSA 10, and 2001 Jim Brown Vintage Signatures BGS 9.
That Jim Brown's an awesome card. Jim Brown's a guy that I feel like gets lost a lot in football history. He was a very important figure in football. He's one of the best running backs to ever play. So that's an awesome card to get. Ron Acuna, he's looking like he's going to win MVP. He just hit another 450-foot home run last night to add another one to his already insane total. Dude, literally playing out of his mind right now. And then Ted Williams is Ted Williams. He's the only guy to hit above 400 after World War II. That's a very big accomplishment. Do not let that go underrated for how big of an accomplishment that was. So
That color looks so like.
try
Let's go.
try red.
Red.
Let's go red. Yeah, red.
Red's gonna look so
It's
bright
what?
too.
Mm-hmm.
Just since World War II.
He's the only one to ever do it since World War II.
No, I believe you.
There's pre-war baseball and then there's post-war baseball. He's the only one to ever do it post-war.
Very cool.
Yeah, totally different games, different balls and everything, different pitchers.
All right, so we do have to select the cards from Weekly 9 here, and the rollover will end up rolling into Weekly 10. We're not going to select Weekly 10 today. We'll have those cards next time we get on live. We'll bring those back up kind of thing and remind everybody that these have already been selected from a previous live, but we do have to select 3 more in this tier, so let's go ahead and get that going. 6.
Giannis.
Antetokounmpo autograph.
Now, here's a guy. You think he's the best player in basketball right now?
Nah, not right now. I think he's up there and probably a top 5 guy, but I'm tough on guys when it comes to the playoffs, man. That's a tough.
I feel like when it comes to talent, though, man, he might be the greatest the NBA's ever seen in talent. I mean, he's so
his raw
athletic.
talent and athleticism. His like that the length he has plus that strength
and the speed.
He's up there for sure. And for him specifically, I'm kind of talking about these young guys that haven't gotten rings yet that are in the playoffs now. For him to have led the Bucks to a championship already, I know it's only one, but I think it means a lot, especially in today's game of basketball. And I think he could potentially get them back to another one. So,
yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah, a stud is an understatement. He's
the Greek freak.
Yeah. Next card we got there, Devin Booker.
He was a guy. Honestly, the Suns were a disappointment this playoffs, but I feel like Devin Booker was not. Devin
Booker. I was just about to say they lost. But Devin Booker played basketball like I've never seen. I feel like
it was unreal. He didn't get any help either, but he played out of his mind.
I've seen guys in playoff series or even through a season average north of 32. We saw James Harden somewhere around like 35 a game a few seasons ago. But D-Book put up 36 points a game, I want to say, in the playoffs, and
Ridiculous.
Did that on 60+% shooting. I mean,
and he was sharing with Kevin Durant, wasn't he? Yeah. Splitting shots with Kevin Durant too. I mean,
KD was putting up 30+, I want to say too. But gosh, Devin Booker.
He's that guy in Phoenix.
He
really
point this playoff.
If you're getting that Phoenix team, you're the new coach there. I mean, Devin Booker's the guy now. I mean, It's obvious now. They thought he wasn't the guy. They brought in KD, and then this playoffs, I feel like he just proved to him again. He's like, nah, dude, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still Phoenix.
Yeah, a lot of young guys out there. Like if I was talking to the 8-year-olds of basketball, like you don't want to watch Steph. You probably can't shoot like Steph, but Devin Booker, if you try to shoot that mid range like him, Josh Giddey is a good guy too, all around guy for sure.
It's not a freakish athlete. He just, dribbles around you, kind of shoots it, and he kind of makes it.
But Devin Booker, it was just unreal what he did this playoff. So.
Awesome playoff performance from him. Got 2 again.
2 again, yeah. 5.
Charizard. Probably the second biggest name in Pokemon behind Pikachu. Pikachu and Charizard are kind of 1A, 1B in Pokemon, I'd say.
Pikachu's got to be 1. I really do believe he'd be 1.
You think he's 1?
I like the 1A, 1A, or 1A, 1A. The 1A, 1B is kind of like, because when I'm talking to people about Pokemon, it's always kind of hard to say, like, they like Pikachu better or Pikachu, Pokemon? I can't talk. Pikachu or Charizard. It's kind of tough, so I know some of those Pikachu cards are super rare, have sold for north of 750,000. I want to say even $1 million. And then Charizard he's just one of those guys where people are always going to love Charizard. When you think Pokemon, he is going to be
any Charizard card's going to be worth decent money. It's just because he's Charizard.
Yeah, for sure.
So that'll conclude it. And then for weekly 10, we got what we got here? A sticker, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, 1987, 88 Fleer sticker.
And then a 85 Topps Mark McGuire Team USA Baseball PSA 10. It's an awesome card, by the way. That's a very iconic card because Mark McGuire, for a time, that card was really, really expensive because that's his rookie card right there.
Yep, so these 3 here, the Devin Booker, Charizard, and Giannis will be in weekly 9, and these 2 here will end up in weekly 10. We'll have weekly 10 fully selected at a later date to come.
All right, so we're going to select 3. What? You think we should select 3 here, or should we select one that's going to be in weekly 10? Do we go select 3? What do you think? You think it'd be easier to select one that's going to go be in weekly 10, or do we select 3 that are going to be in weekly 9?
I don't know.
Definitely easier to just select the one, but
what do you think? Community would get mad at that?
That's a great question, actually.
What do you think, Matt? If we select 1 instead of 3 from this tier, since
I say we just go with the 3.
just draw 3. All right. I think it's the same odds though. 75% chance you get selected, 75% chance you don't.
I don't know if that math checks out.
Like if you did it the other way.
It's a 25% chance you get selected, technically.
If we only pick one of them, yeah.
And then 25% chance you don't. Maybe the odds are. We'll just pick 3. We're spending a lot of time debating on it.
Because we got a number, we got to stick to, man. We got to stick to a number. Got to stick to a number.
All right, but first one, boom. We love to see it. We love to see
James
it.
has been waiting on this card to be in an auction.
So we had consignment stuff roll in, and obviously, certain cards come in. You look at them. We have some BPX as team members, and yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. I pinned this one, and there's another one that I'm not gonna say just yet. But I was like, man, I don't have a downtown. I am the person when it comes to collecting that likes shiny things. So shiny, colorful cards, the refractors, the silver prisms, and yes, the downtowns. Yeah, I mean, it'd be a pretty cool card to win there. So excited to see it finally hit. 3.
Mbappe. This is a rookie card, actually. This is Mbappe's rookie card. It's a horizontal sticker, I believe. It's one of those cards you can tear in half.
Yeah, it has the hyphenated thing in the middle.
Mbappe's in it, and it's his rookie card. I mean, Mbappe's one of the best. Hyphenated. Yeah, I think it's perforated. I didn't want to say the word because I didn't know what it was at first.
Look, man, I'm telling y'all, my mind's just can't talk today. That's a good one, though.
But Mbappe is one of the best young soccer players in the world, so.
Yeah, Mbappe's, he's what, like 22, 23 years old?
24, I believe.
And already has a World Cup. It's hard to see somebody else is his age having the potential to end up at a level of Messi and Ronaldo. So, pretty cool card, PSA 10 there. Last card from this tier, we got number 4.
Justin Herbert, Contenders, awesome. I mean, he's a guy. This is make or break for him. He's got to prove himself this year. This is the year. If he doesn't prove himself this year, I feel like a lot of people are going to write him off. This is his shot. What is it? He's going into year 4 now. Yeah, this is it. Make or break for him. He's got to prove himself that he is that guy in Los Angeles, and he can make a playoff run. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited.
Yeah. And to your point, I think it's a big year for Herbert for sure. But I have high expectations for him. I think he actually can rise to the occasion. I do see him myself as elite. So, and it's more so to the card. Contenders is one of those that people they love Contenders. It's one of those sets, especially with the autograph cards, that gets a lot of attention. So PSA 10 there is pretty cool as well. And the last card that remains in this tier is a piece of history. Upper Deck, Babe Ruth. It has a game-used bat patch. So, it literally is what the title is. It's a piece of history in a card right there of one of the greatest to ever play baseball. So
that card will be in Weekly 10. So if you're interested in that, you're going to have to wait till Weekly 10, sadly. We already picked the headline for Weekly 9, the Frank Thomas.
Yes, that wraps up everything for Weekly 7, 8, and 9. We got a little bit of 10, so you guys have an idea there of what's coming. Like I said, we'll hop on here on a later date and select the rest of 10 in full. The only issue here, we wanted to make sure that we had all the stuff that was listed as getting out as soon as possible, ready to go, and slated for which auction it would be in, and the stuff from the remainder will end up getting mixed with the stuff on consignment there. But remember, the stuff that is in green is in Weekly 6.
Yes.
Weekly 6 will be ending this upcoming Sunday. Stuff in yellow is our Weekly 7. Weekly 8 is in blue, and this purple reddish looking color is our Weekly 9. So just going to run through everything real quick, let everybody get a nice quick visual on screen. Won't run through titles and such like that. And the stuff that is in white is what will end up in Weekly 10.
Yep.
So that pretty much wraps up our live today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Trying to think what's pressing. We have the Wax Live again. If you're watching and you haven't heard, or maybe just haven't marked your calendar, tonight 8 p.m. I know we've done 9 p.m. in the past. We bumped the time up this time to get 9 p.m. a little earlier.
Got a lot of items this time. Good bit of items.
So yeah, we're looking at north of 36 things up for grabs. We got some fun stuff planned. Make sure if you need BPX, you can get BPX. You can buy BPX, but you can also use our Block Pack Swap Wallet. You can send ETH to the Swap Wallet. We can send you BPX back. Typically, we've been saying that we try to get that within business hours, but I will personally be around today, obviously with the live running at 8 o'clock. So if you need it, send that email in. If you're looking for ASAP, feel free to shoot me a Discord DM, James on Discord. Happy to help you there. If you need ETH too, sadly we cannot help with ETH, but make sure to have your ETH on hand. You will have ETH to handle gas fees and such like that when you're buying your boxes. The RAS, again, if you're interested in the RAS, participating in the RAS, keep in mind that does end tomorrow at 12. Right after the RAS, we'll be opening consignment for our RAS auction. So anything you win in the RAS that you're looking to flip real quick and just throw in the auction, we'll have some
like 24
information
hours,
on that.
right?
And yeah, it'll be a 24-hour thing. We'll have the link out there, and 24 hours from that is when we'll close it. But if you're one of those guys that has one of 2 tokens right now, or you have an instant win or anything like that, you're considering it, maybe go ahead and start to think, is this something I want to sell in the auction? So kind of cuts down on that later. Again, Weekly 6 will be up on the auction site pretty soon. Actually, today is the plan for that, and closing on Sunday. And we have live next week. We're back. We have live tonight, but we're live again next Wednesday for consignment. We'll have 30 cards there to run for consignment. That should be another fun time.
We're pretty much live every Wednesday.
Yeah,
pretty much. Just
3 out of the next 4 Wednesdays we're planning to be live, and who knows what could come up then. So yeah, again, hope you guys enjoyed. A lot of stuff happening. So we'll have some more things rolling out pretty soon for you guys, and we will see you tonight, 8 o'clock in Discord.
Bye.
Did Tony flip the camera?
Wait, did you?
Yeah.